Hello. I just realised it's been ages since I did any sort of update, and I don't want anyone to think I carked it or anything like that. But I've just been actually doing pretty well, so it's not bit, it hasn't really crossed my mind to keep doing this so much, but I should, and I am nearly on day 100, which is pretty exciting. In fact, that'll be Friday, Good Friday. So on Thursday, I will be having my bone marrow biopsy, my third one, which is fun. But that'll be, to see how it's all going officially. Obviously, you hope that there'll be no mutations, no nothing in there. But at least I feel like with my bloods where the neutrophils are good, the most things are now in the normal range and have been relatively stable. My platelets dipped a bit down to about 100, but now they're on their way back up again. So I know that the donor cells are in there doing something, or I'd be like I was last year, having loads of transfusions. So yeah, I'm pretty hopeful for that. Since the last update, I've had some liver issues, so it was not uncertain whether it was GVHD or down to the antifungals, the azoles. They started to come down. My liver numbers started to improve again, so they started tapering me off the steroids. My skin issues aren't so bad. I've still got a really prickly feeling on my follicles. So and I've got a sudden bout of what looked like psoriasis, which I used to get. So they've done a skin biopsy on that. I'm waiting on the results to see if that's GVHD or just plain old psoriasis, which either is my old psoriasis or the donors. I don't really know. But yeah, there's nothing too major on the skin side of things. My face is still very red and hairy. But that's more likely the steroids and the cyclosporin. Maybe there is a bit of GVHD there, but it's nothing too bad. So they've been tapering me off the steroids, and it feels pretty good to be down to 15 currently. I'm vaguely sleeping a bit better rather than the 45 minutes at a time I was getting. I'm getting, an hour or so at a time and then going to sleep again. So there's a lot that's a lot better. I've got a lot of energy. I've done a lot of walking. Actually seen some people, especially out walking where it feels safer. So that's great. I've been allowed to eat a bit more normally. So yeah, just feel a little bit more like myself. I'll be glad when some of the steroid round face goes down a little bit, but I've count myself lucky that what I've got to moan about is mostly aesthetic or small things at the moment. And I know that stuff could pop up down the line, well, chronic GVHD or my bone marrow biopsy might be awful, but whenever I start worrying about this now, I just seem to get like Aragorn running in front of me saying, but it is not this day. This day I'm at home. And I'm eating lots of nice food and not being in hospital, which is great. So yeah, all going pretty well, but feel free if people do see this to ask any questions. I know there's a lot of people who are going into it and probably wonder what's going on. So, okay, cheers, bye.